Hi there and welcome to How to Sell Your Stuff on Etsy. And today I'm going to be showing you a tool that I think is really critical for product research. If you have followed me for any amount of time, you listened to the How to Sell Your Stuff on Etsy podcast, or you've taken my Etsy course, Etsy Listings That Sell, you know that all I talk about is research because it is literally the key to figuring Etsy out, to cracking the code. And it used to be when I got started back in 2015, oh my word, that you had to do a lot of this manually and there was not a lot of data available. You had to kind of hack through the back door, not really hack, but like you had to just crunch numbers and figure it out. And now there are some amazing tools such as Everbee that we're talking about today to help you figure out what's going to really work for your Etsy shop. So also, if you've followed me for any amount of time, you've heard me talk about Sales Samurai, which is another phenomenal tool. And I use both Sales Samurai and Everbee in tandem because they both do things the other doesn't do. And I need and love both tool sets. So just know that in full integrity, I am not, jumping Sales Samurai ship for Everbee or there. I need them both. In fact, as amazing as Sales Samurai is, I was actually, because I found it first, I was looking for some of these other functionalities that now I learned a few months ago about Everbee that it does. And I'm ecstatic because when I work with coaching clients to help them fix their Etsy shops, or I do research for my own shops, now I can get everything I need between these two tools. So yay! Everbee is especially great as you're building your shop to do the research to figure out what's going to sell really well and help you identify what you can be doing to get your listings seen by more people. So first of all, Everbee connects directly with Etsy. Okay, you're just gonna use my link in the show notes and go right over to Everbee. And what it's going to do is you need to have a laptop. It's not going to work on, just like Sales Samurai, it's not going to work on an iPad or an iPhone. You need to have Chrome because what it is a Chrome extension. And that is powerhouse because then it can integrate completely compliantly with your Etsy. And I'm going to show you how this works. So don't be intimidated. Literally adding a Chrome extension takes 2 seconds. And also you can add the Chrome browser onto your computer if it's not there already. Just go to Chrome on the internet, whatever browser you use, go to the Chrome and it will Google Chrome and it will help you install it onto your computer, no problem. And if you already have it, an extension's even easier. It's 2 clicks. It takes no technology skills, which is a relief for me, let me tell you. And you can go from there. So just don't be intimidated by the setup. It's worth it. It's easy. And there are tons of little videos to show you what to do as well. So enough about that. Let me show you how this tool works. So once you have gone and set it up and integrated with Etsy, you are now going to have access to a whole new set of information. So you're going to see when I click here, and let's say I search digital planner, this data is coming from, just so you understand, this data is coming from Sales Samurai. So again, I need that too, and so much more, but just know that that's where that's coming from. And over here on the left-hand side is where we are seeing the Everbee integration happen. So let's, since digital products are so exciting, let's go into Digital Planner and we can see what Everbee was going to show us. So here is our first set of search results. Now, normally, if you take my course, I'm showing you how to dig through these manually, which is still great. I actually think that information is really important to have as well, because it will also help you with any other e-commerce things you do. Not everyone's going to have an Everbee tool, right? If you start to build your own website like Shopify, you're going to need this kind of, that kind of research ability. But look what Everbee can do. So these are just my general search results for Digital Planner. If I come over here to the Everbee menu and click Analytics, it's going to show me data for the top search results, which is so helpful rather than digging through each one. So it's also going to very transparently show you the ones that are ads, which isn't necessarily bad. I mean, we're really curious about the ones that are showing up at the top of the search results without an ad, but a lot of times the ones that have ads behind them are the biggest sellers. So here's what I love to look at. There's obviously a ton of data here that you're learning about all of those search results that just came up on Etsy, but I love to look at what is the estimated monthly revenue. I want to know how much is that listing making that seller and how many of them do they sell a month? And obviously then I can also start looking at, well, gosh, can I compete on pricing and how popular are they? If they're getting a lot of favorites, are they also getting a lot of sales? Or maybe, because it could be a clue, right? What if they weren't getting very many sales, but they had a lot of favorites? That could be a pricing issue, or it could be a turnaround time issue, right? There are ways I could end up competing by looking at this data. But I really love to look at how much is it making them each month. If you want to be able to remember a listing, you can click Add to Favorites, and it's going to come over here, and you're going to be able to track the data over here in your favorites. You can also export these into a CSV file if you really love data. And then finally, you can also open up more data about each one by just clicking these little open flags. And it's going to give you, like, here's the primary picture, just more details about it. This is the product title, which is great to see what they have. And these are the tags. And this is one of the things that I really, really wanted access to, was to know what tags that different listings were using, because that's going to help me. If I understand what the best sellers in my niche are using for titles and tags, then I can begin to compete in SEO in my niche. If you want, you can copy all of them to the clipboard, or you can just click the ones that you want to copy, and easy is that. It's just such a time saver. So this is the first way to use Everbee, is just to look at those general search results. So now let's go back to our search results, and here's the next way that you might use it. Is you might come down here and be like, okay, this one here, this Ultimate Digital Planner bundle is really close to what I'm trying to do. Oh, great. When I click on it, I see that it's a bestseller. That's really important information for me to know. I can see that they've made 73,000 sales. So this shop knows what they're doing, and I want to study them, not to copy them, because that is terrible integrity, but to get inspired and to see what's working in the marketplace, so that I can then come in and begin to compete with an offering that will have the features that my perfect customer is looking for. What I love is when you come in here into this actual listing, I can get more data by clicking the little B, and it's going to tell me even more about this listing. And this is the second way that I use Everbee. Now, again, you're getting this same data, but you're getting it right here inside of the listing. You can also here copy the title to the clipboard, which is a nice, easy way to copy and paste that over without doing a lot of work. So a little bit more data, super, super helpful. And this is going to tell me so much about how long the listing has been there. How many reviews does it have? How many favorites does the listing have? And then again, I can see the monthly revenue. One trick here. So you may have noticed some Etsy listings, when they use the variations, they have several prices. So for example, in the search results, let's say that this one had variations, and this one's $11, but there was one in the drop down that was like $20. Well, just like Etsy is going to show the lowest price point, it's going to show, to try to draw people into the lower price, it's going to show the $11.19, even though somewhere in the drop down the product could cost more. Same thing, Everbee is going to do the same thing. So this estimated monthly revenue is always going to be based on the lowest price point. So the product could actually be making even more than it looks like if there are variations. So just a little pro tip there for you that I think is really helpful. So then the third way that I love to use Everbee to get data is go to the shop itself. When I come into the shop itself, I can come over to my little Everbee menu and click Analytics, and it's going to show me shop data. That is super helpful as well when you find a shop that's doing really well in your niche and has best sellers. It's only going to show you the top 36 products, so just be aware of that. That kind of caught me off guard at first. I'm like, this shop has way more, but it's going to tell you so much about them. So you're going to be able to see what performs best for this shop, and if they're in your niche, that's going to give you a lot of inspiration. And this data is going to work just like the rest, but it's going to be shop specific rather than for the whole niche. So Everbee, I hope this was so helpful for you, just to get a sneak peek of what this tool can do for you before you decide. Hello, the base program is completely free. So what do you have to lose? To get started, just click the link in my video description. It will take you straight over there so you can get started with your free trial. And believe it's not even a free trial. You literally can have a whole free membership. And if you need more functionality, you can upgrade from there. So I hope this is helpful. Happy data hunting, and thanks for being here. Have a great day and good luck with your Etsy shop.